Hi, welcome to the Wisdom Years. I'm Wayne Morrison. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this time and space continuum that physicists continue to battle to prove they exist or they don't exist. We're here, and that's really all that's important. Or as James Taylor once sang, Einstein said he could never understand it all. Planets spinning through space, the smile upon your face. Welcome to the human race. I would like to talk about something that a relative asked me to address, and I think it's something we all have to deal with on different levels. Fears and anxieties. When I was young, there was a poem called Desiderata, and the rumor was at the time that the writing was discovered on the crumbling walls of a monastery in Spain, which is very romantic, but it was written by a man named Max Ehrmann, who was born in the late 1800s. This poem begins, "Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence." And then he talks about many fears being born of loneliness and weariness. And I think that's a great illusion. I can look at fear and anxiety as a river in front of me in my life. And I found three ways through it, or around it, or above it. The first one is to walk around it. And basically you're avoiding your fears and your anxieties. The problem is you may never find your way to the other side of that river. A second one might be to push through it. And I think that's where I spent most of my life, pushing through the currents that often dragged me into a spot I didn't want to be in. But the one I've arrived at now in my life is to build a bridge. And that bridge, for me, is constructed of thoughts, meditations, concentration, and choices. And the beautiful thing about this metaphorical bridge is that once I'm on it, I can look down and back at my fears and my illusions, and I can realize, yes, they all existed, but I got by them. And I think everyone can get by them one way or another if they apply their own approach and techniques and realize there is another side to that river. The mind is a wonderful thing. It's been built up over eons, and it served mankind well, also caused a lot of harm, I suppose. But it's a tool, and like any tool, like a hammer or a chisel, it's useful, but we don't carry a hammer or a chisel around. We have to carry our mind around. So the trick is to find a way to carry your mind around, but not let your mind carry you around, if that makes sense. I am the master of my mind. I have chosen to be in control of my mind and my thoughts. So at any given moment, when I have fears and uncertainties creep into my mind, and they do, I can simply make another choice. I can remember this is not who and what I am, and almost always what appears to be happening isn't happening at all. So good luck with this, and if you like this sort of subject matter, I would ask you to subscribe and pass it on to some friends. And thank you very much, and I will see you in the next round.